Hello, I'm State Senator Pamela Althoff, and I'd like to welcome you to my Living History video series. One of my resolutions in 2016 was to take the opportunity to visit one historic site every month. I want to show you the importance to historic preservation that these sites have, as well as the economic impact that tourism has on the state of Illinois. My first stop of the year is the Dana Thomas House in Springfield, Illinois. The Dana Thomas House was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright in 1902 for Susan Lawrence Dana, a forward-thinking socialite living in Springfield, Illinois. The home, the 72nd building designed by Wright, contains the largest collection of site-specific, original Wright art glass and furniture. Wright's first blank check commission, the home has 35 rooms in the 12,000 square feet of living space, which includes 3 main levels and 16 varying levels in all. Rightfully regarded as a local treasure, the Dana Thomas House is a gorgeous historic site. Following its acquisition of the house, the Illinois State Historic Preservation Agency undertook a major restoration project. The results yielded a beautifully preserved example of Frank Lloyd Wright's genius. So I have the wonderful honor of being joined today by Justin Blanford, who is the superintendent of the Springfield, Illinois Historic Sites. Justin, again, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's our pleasure to have you here, Senator. So here we are in the dining room of the Dana Thomas House.
My favorite room. This is my favorite room.
Well, and the home was designed for society. She wanted to bring people in to share her ideas, her thoughts, her opinions. And so oftentimes that happens over meals. So this is a very important room. Susan could entertain up to 40 people by adding 12 leaves to this magnificent table. And we have this elaborate barrel vaulted ceiling. Frank Lloyd Wright only did 4 barrel vaulted ceilings in his entire portfolio of projects, and 2 of the 4 are in this home. So it's a very special feature.
And the lights, I think most people would look at the chandeliers and recognize them immediately as Frank Lloyd Wright. They're pretty standard, but they're absolutely beautiful.
They're magnificent. There's only 6 of these known in the world, and 5 of them that Wright designed are in this home. So they're spectacular.
So Justin, we've moved into the fireplace room, as I refer to it, and this is relatively unique, not just for the features that are here, but originally when Susan went to Frank Lloyd Wright and commissioned the work, it was really to be more of a remodel and kind of enhancement, and ultimately he really built almost an entirely new home.
So this room was part of a 3-story Italianate mansion initially, and so when he expanded the project to incorporate her entire interest, he reaches 26 rooms covering 12,600 square feet. So it goes from a very large Italianate mansion to an extremely large prairie-style home. The family parlor that we're in was saved, and it probably had something to do with the significance of the family hearth. So if you look at the hearth stone, that's a wonderful ornament on the family hearth, you'll notice the family symbol of the butterfly is carved into that stone. And so that's the inspiration for Frank Lloyd Wright to stylize the butterfly in the lighting and in the other light screens that play such a prominent role in the art glass throughout the house.
And now we're going past a fountain, which we passed previously.
We are. We're going to check out a very important fountain.
Great. So Justin, the favorite Moon Children fountain. Can you tell us a little bit about the design and the actual individual, the artist who did the sculpture?
Absolutely. The Moon Children Fountain is a key work of art at this historic site. It was also done by Richard Bach, who sculpted the flower in the crannied wall sculpture that we saw in the entryway. So Bach designed this middle piece, which is a wonderful integral part of a working fountain here on the inside of the site. But the surround that we see here, this architectural structure, is very important. It was designed by a designer in Frank Lloyd Wright's studio named Marion Mahoney. She was only the 2nd female architect to graduate from the MIT School of Architecture. We have a lot of technology in the home. We saw an example of the doorbell system and the intercom system, which would have been integral for the staff of the home to be able to communicate with each other and also to receive the guests promptly who were visiting Mrs. Dana.
All right, onward.
Please.
So Justin, this is the library.
This was a really important room in the home. We know that she had a magnificent library created, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It would have been filled with books, and then she opened up her library to the neighborhood. So children would have come down here and borrowed books from her. So essentially she created a lending library in this space. We know that she invited children to come down and play games, having toys in this area. But it was also a business office for Susan Lawrence Dana. So she had her business desk here. She inherited her father's wealth. Along with that came the business responsibility. Very special space.
Very, very wonderful. Justin, thank you. I know if we had time, we'd view the rest of the grounds, but again, that we're leaving for people when they come and actually have their own individual experience here at this facility. But thank you for taking the time and being with me today.
Thank you, Senator.
Wasn't that unbelievably fascinating? So thank you for joining me. This is part 1 of a long series that we're doing on living history. We will do part 2 on the old state capitol, where we will again be joined by Justin, who will be our tour guide. And you can find more information about all the Illinois historic sites on their website, which is illinoishistory.gov.